Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer and a subscriber. Let's just jump right in. On your screen, you'll see a brand new tweet that was just published by CNN Politics, where Republican senators are being told that the fate of Donald Trump is in their hands. They've been asked to vote with their conscience. So, a wide range of Republican senators have simply not said where they stand in the conviction of Trump. Keep in mind that in order for Trump to be convicted in the Senate, it would take all 50 Democratic senators and at least 17 Republican senators to vote for the conviction of Donald Trump. And keep in mind that if Mitch McConnell, who's the leader of the Republicans in the Senate, votes to convict Trump, that could lead to a whole host of other Republicans also doing the same because they now have the cover that if McConnell did it, so can I. On your screen, you'll see a letter that the Senate Majority Leader, the outgoing Senate Majority Leader, sent to other Republicans in the Senate. And basically, he says, there's a lot we need to do. You'll see the letter on your screen right here. And he says, between the inaugural and impeachment and a 50-50 Senate, we face unprecedented challenges and we will need to seek insight and wisdom from each other. I plan to resume in-person lunches starting next week to better facilitate the discussions we must have moving forward. Folks, there's a lot of business for the Senate to do together, and there's a lot of work for them to do. Keep in mind that our lawmakers work a 3-day work week. They expected to do what would conceivably take a 10-day work week in 3 days. So they need to be working hard and they need to get a lot of stuff done. You'll see a tweet on your screen from Burgess Everett, who's a co-congressional bureau chief of Politico. He says until McConnell and Schumer reach a deal, which is basically a power sharing agreement, the Senate could be an even weirder place than usual. Republicans will still have majorities on some committees, although the chairpersons of the committees will be Democrats because the Democrats have the majority. So it will take unanimous consent to add new Democratic senators to committees or to do most business. So the bottom line is the two sides need to figure out a way to work together because we don't have time for further division. We've already seen enough division for a lifetime. Also on your screen, you'll see a tweet from John McCormack with the National Review, and he also highlights the letter that Mitch McConnell wrote to other Republicans, basically saying we need to be able to work together and enter into a power sharing agreement with the Democrats. So you have the outgoing Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, right here. Hello, McConnell. And over here, you have Chuck Schumer, who's the incoming Senate Majority Leader. Hello, Schumer. So now they have to work together and they have to work out a power sharing agreement. Also, in other news, in a pretty emotional speech, which was very, very interesting to see, we haven't seen any emotion. We haven't seen much empathy from the Trump administration. But in a pretty emotional statement, Biden said, "When I die, Delaware will be written on my heart." And he said, "I'm proud to be a son of Delaware. And I'm even more proud to be standing here doing this from the major Beau Biden facility." Beau Biden unfortunately passed away. But let's look at this emotional speech from President Biden and let's listen to what he had to say. I have to warn you, it's emotional, but I think it's something that we should watch. Let's take a look.
Where 12 years ago, I was waiting at the train station in Wilmington for a black man to pick me up on our way to Washington, where we were sworn in as President and Vice President of the United States of America. And here we are today, my family and I, about to return to Washington to meet a black woman of South Asian descent, to be sworn in as President and Vice President of the United States. As I told Beau on that station waiting for Barack and Hunter and Ashley, I said, "Don't tell me things can't change. They can, and they do." That's America. That's Delaware, a place of hope and light and limitless possibilities. And I'm honored. I'm truly honored to be your next president and commander-in-chief, and I'll always be a proud son of the state of Delaware. As Tommy, or better known as Chairman Carper, Senator Carper, knows, my colleagues in the Senate used to always kid me for quoting Irish poets. They thought I did it because I'm Irish. I didn't do it for that reason. I did it because they're the best poets in the world. And James Joyce was said to have told a friend that when it comes his time to pass, when he dies, he said, Dublin will be written on my heart. Well, excuse the emotion, but when I die, Delaware will be written on my heart. And the hearts of all of us, all the Bidens. We love you all. You've been there for us in the good and the bad. You never walked away. And I am proud to be a son of Delaware. And I am even more proud to be standing here doing this from the Major Bo Biden facility. Ladies and gentlemen, I only have one regret. He's not here, because we should be introducing him as president.
Now, speaking of Biden, I think that Josh Hawley is a pretty interesting character. He's going to be a thorn in the sides of the Democrats for sure. Senator Hawley said he will object to the swift consideration of Biden's DHS nominee. That's Alexandro Mayorkas, and so this is definitely going to be a problem. Let's show you on your screen a statement from Josh Hawley from Missouri. And basically he said, on day one of his administration, President Biden has said he plans to unveil an amnesty plan for 11 million immigrants in this nation illegally, and so he has a problem with it, so he's going to stand in the way. So you can start to see that this kind of internal bickering has only just begun, but this is the normal order of government, and this is the way things work, and we'll see what happens. Now, in some super interesting reporting from Caitlin Collins over at CNN, Trump was talked out of pardoning himself, his kids, and other lawmakers during a long meeting with his attorneys. He did actually entertain the idea. He's been boxed in by his own actions and finds himself constrained, because if he takes certain actions, they could backfire on him. And he didn't have those kinds of constraints in the past. So this was new reporting from Caitlin Collins. And we have some new reporting that highlights what kind of executive orders we can see from President Biden in the initial days. We are expecting on the 21st of January an executive order on stimulus relief. On the 22nd of January, an executive order on the economy. On the 25th, Buy American. On the 25th, 26th, racial equity. 27th, climate change. 28th, healthcare. 29th, immigration, and Feb 1st, international affairs. So there's a lot of executive orders coming our way, everybody, and we can expect at any moment now to get information about over 100 pardons that are expected by Donald Trump. You see this tweet on your screen that says several dozen of President Trump's final slate of more than 100 pardons and commutations will be doled out to individuals whose cases have been championed by criminal justice reform advocates. So basically, a lot of the work that people did to put those people in jail is going to be undone because of the pardons, and that's what's being reported. Oh, and some other interesting news. Here's a tweet on your screen from Leanne Caldwell. Leanne is an NBC News correspondent that covers Congress, and she wrote that Senator Schumer, as soon as he becomes the Senate Majority Leader at the end of the day tomorrow, said that we've got three things we've got to do right away: impeachment, nominations, and stimulus. Got to move them all fast. Speaking of fast, some interesting reporting from Kyle Cheney, who's a congressional reporter for Politico, and Kyle reports that less than 24 hours before Biden is going to be sworn in, America's favorite attorney, not Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, she dropped her lawsuit to overturn results in Georgia. Super interesting that she would actually drop the lawsuit, because she was supposed to be one of the big advocates. It sounds like, she's either fallen out of favor with Trump, or she realized, this ain't going to go anywhere, so I might as well drop the lawsuit. She is getting sued by Dominion, and the My Pillow guy is also getting sued by Dominion. So there's some pretty interesting things going on over there. Also, here's a tweet on your screen from Anna Palmer over at Punchbowl News. She reports on a jarring audio from Kevin McCarthy, the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy. It's a very jarring audio where Kevin McCarthy basically tells members not to call out other members by name because it could be dangerous for them. Yep. A lot of Republican lawmakers have called out other Republicans by name and said, this person's not supporting the Republican movement, not supporting Trump, which can actually potentially put them in danger. So this was a concern that the Republican, Kevin McCarthy, the House Minority Leader, brought up with his caucus. Pretty interesting and not unusual for the times that we live in. And speaking of not unusual for the times that we live in, this, what I'm about to show you on the screen, is a tweet from the Georgia Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. Normally, this would be boring. Nobody would pay attention to it because this is just due course. Nobody really cares. But in the environment that we live in, where everybody's questioning everything, this is important. The Secretary of State in Georgia has certified the state's Senate runoff election results, which means Reverend Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, all that's remaining is the official swearing-in ceremony, and at that point, they are officially members of the United States Senate. giving Democrats majority control of the Senate thanks to the tiebreaker vote of Vice President Kamala Harris. And in some important news about stimulus, the $2,000 stimulus check, meaning the remaining $1,400 stimulus check, as well as the next multi-trillion dollar stimulus package. This is important reporting from Burgess Everett over at Politico. Senate Democrats say that their preference is to get the stimulus relief bill, the $1.9 trillion stimulus relief bill, on a bipartisan basis. In other words, to get enough Republicans on board, which, by the way, would mean that it'll go down from the 1.9 trillion to maybe a trillion or so, not jump immediately to a reconciliation or a party line vote. If Republicans stalled, Democrats said they're not going to wait long, they're not going to waste time, they're just going to move quickly. And apparently, all options are on the table. So we could see some sort of a consensus on stimulus fairly soon, because even though a lot of the unemployment benefits run out in the middle of March, people need that extra $1,400. So it's quite possible we may not have to wait until the middle of March to see that extra $1,400, and the unemployment benefits extension, which Biden has proposed as being $400 a week until September. Who knows? That may even happen sooner. We'll find out. I'll let you know as things evolve, because right now, remember, the Biden stimulus is an idea. It's a proposal. It's not even a bill, let alone being a bill that has been approved by the House and the Senate and is signed into law. So we are a long way away from that. But this does seem like the Democrats mean business. They're not messing around and they want to get stuff done. And speaking of getting stuff done, here's a tweet on your screen from Gavin Newsom, who's the governor of California, which has had major problems. And Gavin writes, California has now administered more vaccines than any other state, getting 40% of our doses out and in the arms of our healthcare workers and most vulnerable. And guess what? Nah, that's not quite true. Here's a tweet on your screen from Chamath Palihapitiya, who's a well-known investor, and he has started some SPAC companies. A SPAC is a special purpose acquisition companies, and I've invested in many of these SPACs. And you'll see this tweet on your screen from Chamath, where Chamath basically presents data. And if you look at the data, California is the third from the bottom when it comes to the share of distributed vaccines that have been used. So clearly, Gavin Newsom either has wrong information or he's not telling us the truth. Remember, on our channel, for me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American. I'm always going to call out our elected officials, whether they are red or whether they are blue. And so that's what you're going to get on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave you with some important messages. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I want you to know I really appreciate you. This right here is a little bit of information about me. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. This channel, the Ignition Time channel, is about the country, it's about the economy, and it's about your money. I invite you to join our community. We have two membership levels. We have the gold tier and the elite tier. So simply go to the homepage of our channel, click on join, and you'll learn more about the benefits of our community. Remember, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. If you want to get on our SMS list, get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000, that's 70000, and you'll get added to our SMS alerts list going forward. You'll get important information, important news, and breaking news alerts about what's going on in the country right now. You can also get on our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and then you can get added to our email list going forward. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time going forward. You can also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. You can also follow us on Twitter. You'll learn more about what I'm reading. You'll be able to interact with me. I retweet in real time. You'll be able to see all the news that I'm following on Twitter. In fact, here's a quick look at my Twitter feed. You can see that our Twitter community is growing very rapidly, and I invite you to join our community on Twitter. Also, keep in mind that YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. So all you have to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And then you can visit the homepage of our channel, and then you can check out our videos at any point in time that you want. Now, remember, one of the most valuable aspects of the channel is our community. I invite you to join our community. I invite you to comment below and engage with other members of our community. Remember, for us, on this channel, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm American. I'll call things out as I see them, and I'll talk about the truth wherever the truth might lead us. As always, you'll get a link to all of our resources in the description section below, so definitely check out our resource section. Please share this video with 2 friends or family members. That's just 2 friends or family members. That tells a YouTube algorithm that you did find the video content helpful. And also, please gently ignite the like button. Please smash that like button, but don't do it so hard that you go and and that's too many cracks. Let's clean out the first one and the second one and the third one. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to have, I want you to have a clear screen so you can watch our videos. I want it to be raining money. I want it to be raining money. I want you to be happy. I want there to be a confetti like atmosphere. I want us to be in dance mode. I want us to be in party mode. I want to be able to bring a smile to your face. That is the goal of Ignition Time. Please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. Thank you so much for watching. And also, don't forget to join our community. You can join the gold tier or the elite tier. Simply go to the home page of our channel and click on the join button, and you'll learn more about our community. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time.